Hello and welcome to our prepaid legal services presentation. Thank you for taking a moment of your time to hear about our amazing service and incredible business opportunity. Before we jump into the information, just a little bit about who's coming through your speakers. My name is Jesse McPherson. I make my home down here in Southern California with my wife Patricia. Prior to Prepaid Legal, I had moved here to pursue a performing arts career. I was teaching hip-hop dance classes, and yes, I am white, but I was looking for a way to earn some extra income when someone shared with me this information, and after reviewing what you're about to look at, I decided I'd be crazy not to do this. On a spare time basis, started earning a few $100s extra on the side, which really helped out, and now because it's an incredible opportunity, my wife and I get to tithe more than we ever thought possible. We get to work completely from home and have an incredible quality of life thanks to Prepaid Legal. Now, at the end of this presentation, there'll be a short survey so the person that gave you this website will know how to proceed with you. Let's get started. For those of you that are not familiar with our company yet, Prepaid Legal was founded in 1972 by the gentleman pictured here, Mr. Harlan C. Stonecipher. We are a publicly traded company and have been so since 1976, where we're currently listed on the New York Stock Exchange under the ticker symbol PPD, and we currently protect over 1 million families across North America with our service. Now, obviously, I'm going to say great things about prepaid legal services, just as you would expect Michael Jordan to say great things about Nike and Hanes. But here's the thing, documentation beats conversation. You could wallpaper the room you sit in today with third-party documentation that's written about prepaid legal services. From Fortune, Forbes, Success, Wall Street Journal, Black Enterprise, Newsweek, USA Today, Success from Home Magazine, and just this year again as one of the top performing small businesses in America from Forbes. Why is everybody talking about us? Take a look at our sales history. Pretty impressive. I'm sure you'd have a bigger smile on your face if your checking account looked like that, up and to the right. Obviously a rock solid company, but is there a need for a prepaid legal membership? With the average attorney charging more than $200 an hour, the promise of equal justice under law is a lie for many Americans. Have you ever signed a contract, been taken advantage of, purchased or rented a home, received a traffic ticket, wondered about your rights? See, we live in the greatest country in the world, yet most people can't pick up the phone and find out what their rights are. How crazy is this? 37 million hospitalizations in 2007, but that same year over 100 million court filings, stating you're more than twice as likely to be in court than in the hospital. Now that we understand the need, let's get into our product. The first area of coverage is preventive legal services. And under this area, the first benefit you receive is phone consultation on an unlimited number of subject matters. What that means to you is you never have to guess where you stand in any given situation ever again in your entire life. If you have a tax issue, speak to a tax attorney. Real estate issue, real estate attorney. Immigration, entertainment, foreclosures, loan modifications, divorce, child custody. Whatever it is, speak to an experienced attorney in that area of law. Now, I know you've heard the expression, knowledge is power. Now, I don't know about you, but I'm not going to law school. But I love calling people that spent years of their life studying the knowledge, so we were empowered. Our next benefit, and one of my favorites, is our attorneys will write letters and make phone calls on your behalf. If they deem that necessary, they're going to make that happen for you. Have you ever been overcharged for a repair or tried to return a defective product? It could be a $3,000 issue or a $30 issue. It doesn't matter. I had a $1,000 security deposit I couldn't get back from a landlord. One letter from our law firm, bam, $1,000. An $800 insurance claim from a construction company that scratched the side of my car. 6 months they were dragging their feet. One phone call from our law firm, 3 days later, check in the mail. How about this? 28 hours to get home on a domestic flight and left at a nearby airport at 2 a.m., an hour and a half away from my original destination. That's not right. Now, I called customer care the next day and found out customer care doesn't always care. So what do you do in situations like this? Most Americans sweep them under the rug because no one's going to call an attorney to write a $300 letter over a $300 plane flight. But never again do you have to be taken advantage of with your prepaid legal membership. Now, under our next benefit, our attorneys will review an unlimited number of personal documents and contracts up to 10 pages each. Now, I'm sure if you're being honest with me, you've signed a contract you did not have an attorney review. In fact, you probably signed a contract that you didn't even review. Why do we do that? We know it's not smart. I've been guilty of it too. But here's the thing, never again will you put pen to paper without knowing exactly what you've committed yourself to with our membership. And lastly, one of the most valuable things you'll receive with your membership is Prepaid will prepare your last will, your living will, and your medical directive, all free of charge for you and your spouse. Not only that, they'll update it every year. Statistically, 7 out of 10 Americans don't have a will, so odds are you don't. And here's the thing, if you don't, the state you live in will prepare one for you, and I promise you, you will not like it. Now here's the question. If you were my attorney, instead of charging me $200 an hour, how much would you have to charge me per month for all of these services? Go ahead and hold that figure in your brain, and let me tell you what else our membership does. Motor vehicle is our second area. This benefit goes into effect 15 days after enrollment. Everything else is effective immediately, so slow down for 2 weeks. You receive moving traffic ticket assistance, as well as representation for certain motor vehicle criminal charges. So if you get a defensible ticket, fax it in. If you have teenage drivers or drive like one, you need this. Of course, you must be driving a properly licensed vehicle, and any DUI cases will be covered under our fifth area of coverage, which we'll talk about in a minute. Our next area is trial defense. So when you're named in a civil or a job-related criminal charge, you'll have 75 hours your first year of being a member. See, I love this benefit. Not because I'm planning on getting sued, but because I know it's better to have it and not need it than to need it and not have it. Now, things like divorce, child custody, bankruptcy will be covered under our fifth area of coverage. And as you can see, they give you more hours every year up to your fifth year of coverage for saying thanks for being a member. IRS audit legal services. If you're audited, 50 hours with a tax attorney. Don't go by yourself. Not smart. The next area is our preferred member discount. Minimum of 25% off any above services that aren't covered 100%. Even pre-existing matters are covered under this portion of our membership. Now, maybe a retainer will be required, or if you need court representation, we just need 5 days prior notice. Now, I know that's a lot of information, so be sure to check out our brochure or these slides for the details on limitations as well as all the other benefits you receive with your prepaid legal membership. And lastly, our Legal Shield, which gives you 24-hour emergency access in the event that you're being questioned or detained by law enforcement, injured in an accident, your children are trying to be taken from you, or you're served with a warrant. See, here's the thing. Law firms are open 9 to 5, but bad things happen from 5 to 9. And so sometimes you need an emergency access, and you'll have that with your prepaid legal membership. Now, if you're under the influence, you're stalking somebody, obviously this benefit wouldn't pertain. We're not set up for bad people to do worse things, but sometimes bad things happen to good people. Our last area of coverage, and one of the most dangerous, is identity theft. The silent crime. A new victim every 3 seconds. See, it's not if your identity is stolen, but when. Most people are familiar with financial identity theft, but it's much deeper than that. Someone gets a driver's license in your name and doesn't pay the ticket. Someone works underneath your social security number and you're hit with the taxes. Someone using your medical benefits to get treatment, or worse, committing a crime in your name that you're being accused of. What do? The Identity Theft Shield with the prepaid legal plan includes a full detailed credit report and continuous monitoring. But what sets us apart from everything else that's out there is we do full identity restoration. We just don't mail you a kit or a brochure and say, hey, go fix it by yourself. We have our licensed investigators and our attorneys that come in as you, for you, with you, and restore your information back to where it was before the thief took over. Now, of course, restoration won't apply if you, your spouse, or your children participated in the act. Also, these services can't be provided if you knew about the identity theft prior to your enrollment date. And for $1 more, we'll even protect all your minors under 18. And for limitations and the full details of your coverage, please be sure to reference our brochure or these slides. Now, once again, if you were my attorney, how much would you have to charge me for all these services combined? With the Prepaid Legal Life Events Legal Plan and the Identity Theft Shield, you will receive all these benefits for only $35.95 a month or less. That's less than bottled water a day. That's like a Coke or a Snickers or a pack of gum. And who's covered? You're covered, your spouse is covered, dependent children, one family, one plan. There's a $10 enrollment fee for first-time members, and our service is month-to-month with no long-term contract or cancellation fee. You can use checking, savings, credit card, debit card, whichever you prefer. Isn't your family worth $1 a day? Of course they are. So make sure you get enrolled for these services immediately. Now, what I'm going to do is transition and spend the next few minutes talking about our company's incredible business opportunity. Our business is super simple. No time? Let our tools do the work. We have DVDs and CDs that you can simply hand and show people. We have recorded calls that others can listen to. We have online presentations you can simply invite them to. With social media, even easier. We have magazines you can simply give someone. Meaning we do what you do on a daily basis, you just don't get paid for it. Have you ever recommended a good movie to someone? Of course. Was that hard? No. You need to quit your job to do it? Of course not. You need a class on how to do it right? No. Were you getting nervous? No, because that'd be weird. You didn't reenact the movie. You said you got to see it for yourself. The same way you'd refer a prepaid legal membership. One of the best parts of having a home-based business is flexibility. You can do as much or as little as you want, and you get to own your own business for normally only $249. But right now, you can own your business for a one-time $149. And what do you get for your investment? You get a trainer to mentor you, a business kit with training CDs, marketing tools, a marketing website, live weekly training calls, and an easy-to-follow, proven, duplicatable system. All right, now let's get into the best part, which is how you get paid. Now, I'm going to go through this relatively quickly, so you got to stay with me. Everyone that joins our business joins at the associate level. Every time you refer a member as an associate, you'll be paid $103 and some change. 34 of it will be paid immediately. The other 69 will be paid to you once you Fast Start qualify. How do you Fast Start qualify? Simple. Enroll 3 members and 1 associate or 5 members within your first 45 days. Once you do that, you'll have not only earned your first few $100s, but you'll be promoted to the senior associate level. Now think about this. As a senior associate, if you refer 2 people a day to check out this information in your spare time, that would be $60 a month. If 9 out of 10 said, no, I'm not interested, don't like it, I don't like you, they're just negative, that'd still be 6 that said yes. 6 times $138 per referral, that's over $800 a month extra. Could you use an extra $800 a month on top of what you're already doing without interfering? Probably. See, that's why I joined Prepaid Legal. I wasn't looking for lifestyle change, I was just looking for some extra. But you can earn even more per member. Help 3 people get promoted? Now you're a manager. You earn $172 per referral. Become a director, and you earn $207 every time you refer a member. Executive directors make $252.35. Don't leave the cents off. We're in a recession. Those add up. Now, the second way we get paid is that green column to the right we call overrides. This is the difference between broker income versus agent income. See, a real estate agent, when they sell a house, they get paid. But a real estate agent has a broker. And when they sell a house, the broker gets paid. Now, would you rather be the agent or the broker? The broker. Would you rather be an insurance agent or a broker? Broker. Would you rather be an employee or an owner? Owner, of course, because you have more passive income and more leverage. It's the same thing with prepaid legal services. Instead of spending your entire life building someone else's business and someone else's network, you can start building your own. And see, when you introduce somebody to our business and they refer a member, you can earn an override. The first one starts at the bottom $34.57 once you get promoted. I'm sure you know some people that are overworked and underpaid that wouldn't mind earning some extra income on the side. But let me give you an example. Let's say you're a senior associate and you introduce me to Prepaid Legal. As a new associate, when I refer a member, I get paid $103. First person I referred was my mom. Why? Because she didn't have a will and I wanted to be in it. Makes sense. But you're going to get the difference between me and you, which is $34.57 and an override. Now, you don't know my mom, do you? No, because that'd be weird. But you're not mad at her, are you? No, you're not mad at me. Of course not. Do you want me to become successful? As much as I can. But here's the real question. How many people would you like to have on your team doing the exact same thing? As many as you can get. But it gets even better. As a manager, they add another 34 to your overrides. Director, another 34. Executive director, $44.94 and an override on every membership referred inside of your network. What if you had 10 people, 100 people inside of your network and they signed up 1 a month? That'd be an extra few hundred to an extra few $1,000s a month, whether you worked or not. Keyword being not. See, in prepaid, it's not the amount of money you can make, but the type of income you can make. See, I know people that make great income, but the question is how much income do you make when you don't work? If the answer to that is nothing, this can be an incredible plan B and potentially a plan A for some of you. Now, the numbers to the left are paid to associates and their teams when they help new people get promoted. What does that mean to you? As a new associate, you have a bunch of people that have a vested interest in your success. You'll have an entourage of people that's highly motivated to ensure that you get your first promotion. But not only that, you get paid daily. That's right, direct deposit bank account of your choice. You can even earn up to $500 a month in a car bonus and all expense paid vacations every single year. But the best part of our compensation plan is you receive lifetime residual income on the members you refer and your team refers. I'm sure you'd love to get paid on the work you did 3, 5, 10, 15 years ago, but it's probably unlikely. But with Prepaid Legal, you can change that. From now on, you can work smart instead of just working hard. And we haven't even scratched the scratch of the surface. Mark Twain said it best. The key to success is to find out where everyone else is going and get there first. History shows when an industry hits 2% market penetration, critical mass can be achieved. HMOs took 10 years to get to 2%, and after that, 7 years later, half of the United States of America bought an HMO. If you were at that red dot, that tipping point in front of any industry, you'd be doing just fine. And that's why USA Today said to us it sounds like healthcare right before it turned into a $1 trillion industry. But the real question is, are you ready to get started today? Are you ready to start earning more? Mark my words, in a handful of years, everyone you know will own a prepaid legal membership. The only question is, whom are they going to get it from? At this time, go ahead and complete the survey and get back to the person that introduced you to this site. They'll connect you with one of our leaders to answer all of your questions and help you set up a personal game plan so you can start earning extra today. Don't let this one slip by you. I look forward to seeing you at one of our up and coming events. Take care. Bye for now.